Welcome to Planet Pluto Pseudo.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Whoop, whoop. Tango, tango, tango. Hey, hey. What's happening, blacks? That's the day. It's the day. Let me switch my shades. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm trying to catch up with Sure. She done went off fly. Let me put some. See, I got the blue on there, y'all. Y'all see, I'm trying to catch up, with Cheryl and everything. What's happening, good people? How are you guys doing out there? Y'all know who it is, right? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha Wright, a.k.a. Key Lo Lo, coming to you live and direct, like BDP. You know what I'm saying? From snowy, cold Cleveland, Ohio. That's right. And then right over there, y'all know who it is, from sunny San Diego. Is that son back there? You know what? You just skanky. My PNC partner in cosmetology, my BMF. You guys know her as the Hair Oracle. That's right. Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle. Tonight we got like 113. We got 113 episodes here on Planet Pluto Pseudo. And now this one is the one.
You always say that.
I know, but wait a minute, y'all. Look at that. Oh, put it back. You saw that, Cheryl? Put it back. Okay, tonight, what we're talking about tonight, we're talking about the Black-fisted Afro pick. What we bought versus what we were sold. This is going to be one juicy ass. Notice I ain't started cussing yet, y'all. Podcast, because we had some situations, that some things that we thought and everything. We gotta clear a couple of things up. So tonight is going down. Y'all come on in, y'all pull up. Now, to those of you who are new to our platform, welcome. You might be wondering, what is this I have scrolled upon? You have just landed on Planet Pluto Pseudo, the Afro Hair Science YouTube podcast.
Absolutely.
This is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair, by the way, in case you didn't know. But this particular podcast, Planet Pluto Pseudo, is specifically for those of us who work in the hair and beauty industry, right? And we're just kind of getting pulled into some situations. And so what we do here on Planet Pluto Pseudo is we're kind of like MC Shan. Kill that noise, So we're killing anything that's fake, like this situation right here.
Right.
Well, I know
this
y'all
situation right
y'all hear that?
here.
You know what? They call me dog. Look, dun 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 dun. Look at that, Cheryl. No rapper can rap quite like I can. Remember that? I take a muscle bomb and put his face in the sand. What y'all know about? Ever heard it was LL's birthday the other day? Make you say,
really?
Go LL and do the WAP. Yeah, it was his birthday the other day. Y'all coming through hitting the thumbs up button. Come on now, y'all ain't playing already. Yeah, so it's something about, look at this. Come on, y'all, put y'all solidarity fist up. We're gonna talk about this tonight. It's just, ooh-wee, this is some 555.
Yeah, this is. And it's been popular with us.
Yes,
they asked for it. We got it.
We got Ezekis joining us over on Instagram. That's right. That is Ezekis is a what do you want to call that? It's a learning program that's specifically for young. The parents got to get it, of course. And so you your children, if they want to be entrepreneurs, like they sell the Kool-Aid stands, kids are business people too. And so she has this wonderful business called Exekies, and you can go check them out over on Instagram. So if you got some boss babies in your family, these kids be out here, they want to make money just like us. Tell that story about your niece that said, I just want enough money to give me a car. Remember that? I love that story. Come on in the building.
They all in school. And of course, it's in like the suburbs of San Diego. And the nice little, suburban teacher says, what do you guys want to be when you grow up? Yada, yada, yada. And everyone named all of their wonderful, honorable positions and titles and things of that nature. And what she put on her paper was kind of concerning to her. And she did share with her mother. She said, I need to get working and I want a car so I can get to work because I need to make my own decisions.
Look at that. How old was she then? Oh, we got ATL in the house. What's up? Now, Rashida, that's my best friend over on Instagram. Now, Rashida got her grandkids now. Them little whippersnappers. Let me tell you the story about Rashida grandkids, right? So I'm coloring with the grandkids, right? So I'm coloring, we just coloring, having a good time, So I said, oh, you color so good. She said, thank you, Auntie. And I said, what's your favorite color? Here she goes, Cheryl. Favorite color? I was like, yeah, you like red, you like. She said, it's too many colors. They have a favorite. They're all beautiful. Like, who would just pick one color? Here I go. Not me. I would never pick one. She said, that's not right. You got to like all the colors. You can't just like one color. Look at all these beautiful colors. Here I go.
Not me. I wouldn't want to do that. Oh, I'm so sorry.
What was I thinking? But that's what happened when you get old. You just think you all that. What's up, Kay? What's up, Kay? How you doing? What weekdays in the chat said hit the thumbs up, y'all.
What's up, weekday?
These kids today, they don't play. So her little baby said, hey, I just want to give me a car. Right. I sent Cheryl a picture of my granddaughter. I sent Cheryl a picture of my granddaughter. She was at the computer.
She was playing CEO.
Oh, she has.
And wait a minute. Wait a minute. And she's a woman after our own heart because she did this. Watch. And then she closed it.
That's my I call it. I just text her mama like, "How's my grandpoopa?" If you're a grandmother, let me know if you're a grandma in the chat. Because I be having like withdrawal symptoms and shit. Like, it be all in my soul. I be missing my granddaughter and stuff, and what have you, and whatnot. But yeah. So before we get started, I have a pleasant surprise for you guys. Okay, my dear friend, her name is Terry Horn. She has a holistic. I'm getting my lip gloss off so when I bring her in, I could be real cute. You know what I'm saying? She does like chair yoga. She like the guru and shit. You know what I'm saying? But she's like my sweetheart. Like when I didn't know that I was like, I don't know if I should be a hairstylist. So I call them the kitchen crew. So you guys always wonder like, who's the people behind the scenes of Key Lo Lo? Okay. So I'm going to bring we're gonna spend 5 minutes with her. She's got something wonderful. That's off. Y'all got yellow is your favorite color. That was my mama's favorite color. Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite color actually. Yellow.
Really, yellow. Let's hit it, Cheryl. Oh,
yellow, baby.
Yellow ribbon around the old
tree.
Hey, what y'all know about that?
They don't know nothing about it.
Tony Orlando was dark. That's when Puerto Ricans. What was he? Mexican? What was Tony Orlando?
I think he was Puerto Rican.
Hey, Puerto Ricans and black. I don't know what Trump out here with this whole ice bull fragger pagger knackle. Okay, we've been getting along. We always, we got Cardi B and Bun. What's his name? The bunny guy, Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I like that song. I
Bad
like it
Bunny.
like that. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna bring in Terry Horn. She has something wonderful to share with you guys. This is the beginning of the new year, and we're always trying to, reset, or level up, or just learn something new. You want to meet some wonderful people. I know me myself. When you're a hairstylist, you just always, you always meet wonderful people. Well, Terry Horn is one of those people who's really responsible for like what you see here, because she was like, girl, you got this. And I'm gonna bring her in and tell you guys a very funny true story about me, her kids, and Gerald Levert. This is a true story. I know y'all like let me pull him up. Y'all might hold on, Terry. I see you in the green. Let me bring up Gerald Levert. Because they ain't gonna believe me. Sometimes sure you gotta have receipts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna bring it up because they ain't gonna understand. Because some of y'all might be too young to know who Gerald Levert is. Now, if you don't know who Gerald Levert is, get that French toast and bologna sandwich off of the podcast, okay? You gotta be. If you know who Gerald Levert is, drop a purple heart in the chat, or you can just drop an L or a GL, whatever you want to do. Let me know that you know who Gerald Levert is. I'm going to share the screen just so you guys can see. And then I'm going to bring in Terry. So I want to know how many old school heads we got in the chat. Some of y'all maybe too young. They don't even know. There goes Gerald Levert. Let me let y'all see it. They call him the teddy bear. Rest in peace, Gerald. All right. So I got a funny story, I love Gerald Levert. I'm talking about, man, I love me some Gerald Levert. All right. I'm glad I ain't the only one. I see some of y'all coming through. All right. So that's Gerald Levert. So in the meantime, we're going to come back to Gerald. Are we dropping these purple hearts? We got some Gerald Levert fans in the chat. All right. Okay. So everybody, I want you guys to put, look at this over here on Instagram. What's up, Rose? Too late. All right. Okay. I see y'all on IG. Gerald Levert was y'all guy too. Okay. All right. We're going to dedicate this show to Gerald Levert then tonight. You see what I'm saying? Baby, I'm ready.
Baby, I'm ready.
My love. Oh, Casanova. I ain't gonna put out all the songs like that. Y'all like, come on. All right, so let's get ready. Baby. Y'all take one hand together, and the right hand, y'all put it together, and we're gonna bring in the one and only my jig and my jerk, my jelly preserve. We're talking about Miss Terry Horn. And she's got holistic Terry, and she's got something wonderful that I think everybody in the chat is gonna be like, oh yeah, drop that. I need to. I want to be with that. All right. So let me get my little hand claps. All right, here we go, guys. Let's get ready to bring in the one and only holistic health, Terry Horn. There she is.
Hey everybody, Ladosha.
Oh y'all better stand up and clap. Y'all better clap for my friends. Y'all clap hard. I can't hear y'all. I want to see y'all stand up in it. Come on, that's what I'm talking about.
I was coming on to such a talented podcast with all this singing with Tony Orlando and Don Tyler, Yellow Ribbon and Casanova. Y'all didn't prepare me, nor did you prepare me. You put on your lip gloss. No lip gloss for me. No eyeliner. I just finished the class, but it's okay because we're all beautiful. Right?
That's right. That's right.
We said come into the frame a little bit more. Come on over a little bit more. Okay, there you go.
I'm sorry.
There
yes,
she goes. There she goes.
All
right. So that's my boo.
Here, Oracle. Hey, Ladosha Wright.
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing just wonderful. And
welcome.
Thank you. And especially for being and allowing me to be a part of this wonderful podcast.
You got it, baby. Love to have you.
You know what? This is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. And like I said, this platform is really for like professionals and our hair nerds. I drop my hair nerds in the chat. The hair nerds be coming through. We got the little, eyeglass emoji. You know what I'm saying? So we're like the nerds over here. But today you have something wonderful to share with us. But I just want to tell this quick Gerald Levert story before you tell.
Please.
Everybody what you're going to share. Okay. So this is a true story, right? So, long time ago, way back in the day, so I was doing hair at home, like, perfecting my craft, and Terry was so kind to support me and all that good stuff. Right. So I used to always say that Gerald Levert was my husband. You know, now I would watch sometimes like, don't you, I gotta go somewhere. You go, I got the kids. Go ahead on, girl, right? So my kids would CJ and them know her daughters, right? So I would be like, yeah, this Gerald Levert. I would put on Gerald Levert, like that's my husband, right? So fast forward a couple of years later. Now I done met Gerald Levert in real life now. Okay, now I knew him before. That's another story. Okay, so Gerald Levert just so happened to come to the salon that day, right? That's a true story, weekend. AK, this is a true story.
It's true.
So Gerald Levert, the kids were standing there like, oh, we love you, getting ready to go. Give me a hug, little G. Auntie Dodo, give me a little hug. So Gerald Levert walked in like, what's up, fam? How y'all doing? Here go the kid. Oh, that's Auntie Dosha's husband, Gerald. Here go Gerald. What them kids say? I said nothing.
We can't make it up. We can't make it up. That's why you gotta be careful what you tell these kids.
Whoa.
Them kids, I couldn't believe them kids. That was like
Snitches. 2-3 years later. Snitches. Remember, you can't see they snitched.
You can't. Hey, y'all, watch what you say around
kids.
Now, mind you, Kay, this didn't happen like that next week. We talk about a couple of years had passed. Okay, and them kids,
they remember. They knew their uncle was Levert. Okay, their Auntie Dosha was married to Levert.
I said, I'm gonna put on my husband's.
He finally came to the shop.
Oh my, sure. I'd have taught these kids for all the time. That's my husband. Do y'all want to hear my husband? Yeah, play your husband. And rest in peace, Joel. And he was so kind about it.
Right.
Yeah, like, I know your ass ain't out here telling people I'm your husband. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Joel.
Oh man, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
That was fun. Right, but now you want to help people. Thank y'all so much. That's a true story. I'm telling y'all what they say, be leery what you ask for, because you just might get it. But speaking of memories and making dreams come true, because that was they're all on Instagram saying your name is Terry and you must be special. I love Instagram. They just showing you love and everything. She said, thank y'all. Thank y'all, because Terry means sweet and all that good stuff. Rashida mama named Terry too, okay? But anywho, speaking of making dreams come true, you have something special that you're working on. That I said, no, you gotta come on. She said, I'm gonna send you the link. I said, no. You gotta come on for a minute. Now, share with us a little bit about what do you do, what you have going on, and we're gonna get into our topic again tonight. It is all about the Black-fisted Afro pick, what we bought. I got mine, damn it. How many of y'all got Afro picks? Put that fist in the chat, okay? Look at that with the B on it,
right?
Versus what we sold, okay? All right, look at Terry. She like, woo-yah, okay? So tell us, what is Got Holistic Healthcare? Tell us about that, and then tell us about what you have to offer for us tonight.
Okay, so I won't be before you guys long, and again, thank you for the opportunity to be on this wonderful podcast, informing us on what we need to know. So Got Holistic Healthcare is, it's the initials of my kids, Greg, Olivia, and Tara. I took that and decided to establish a corporation where I can help others. We have an issue with managing our stress, knowing that stress, it affects us inside and it's destroying us, where it leaves the opportunity for diseases to attack our bodies. So we need to learn how to manage. So during COVID, I have my master's in holistic nursing, and during COVID, I decided to get my yoga certification, where I am able to do hold virtual classes, so people can still be safe in their home, learning how to manage stress, meditate, breathing, knowing that we need to get our bodies cleansed in more ways than one. And there's more ways to do that with breathing, clearing our mind, and just exercising, activity. And so to make a long story short, that's what I do. So what I have to offer, a long time ago, I never had thought of a vision board. I think it might have been 5-6 years ago, Ladosha invited me to her establishment for this vision board gathering. And it was, at this point, it was hands-on. It was more so not virtual, but what do you help me out with my word here, guys? It was the old school cut and paste, sticky, glue stick, everything, design, whatever, bringing us together. And she had told me, girl, I did this, da da da, and all my stuff on my board came true. And I was like, yeah, right. Get out of here. So I went, invited some friends. It was about 5 years ago. I did this thing, and let me tell y'all.
Tell us.
That I put on that board came into fruition and happened.
Come into that frame some more. Come into the frame. Come into the frame some more.
Sorry. Coming out.
There we go.
Okay, is that better?
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I couldn't believe it. I thought Key Lo Lo was talking. Like, girl, get out of here. There you go. Nah, she never does that. It was for real. So ever since then, I have been doing a vision board. And from that, my clients, after I established my company as a freebie with my clients, I have I call her sister now, but she does a virtual vision board where at one point you bring your wine, you drink your libations or whatever you want to drink.
Oh my God.
At home.
That sounds fun.
Evening. She play her neo soul music and she guides you to put your vision with the categories breaking up, and you do it virtually and she walk you through it. It's awesome. So that's what's going on now. And let me just tell y'all something. Through those 5 years, my company was on there, my health, money, whatever. But last year, when we was at Ladosha's, I put on retirement. Thinking, I am at the age, I got the years, but I wasn't really thinking about I was going to do it. Guess what, y'all? I retired in May abruptly, but it was worth it. I worked for the VA. I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. It was overwhelming trying to figure out how it was going to happen, but I just did it, and it's no turning back. That was on my vision. Where I looked back, and I was like, wait, I had that on it. Get out of here. So, y'all, so what I'm offering, and I think everybody needs this as an outlet for a fellowshipping amongst women.
Yes,
I think men might be trying, but whatever, just let it go. Relax. You can in your home, have whatever you have. I'm offering. Anybody can sign up for the vision board party virtually. There's a link that I will have Ladosha to share.
It's in the chat. The link. Yep.
Okay, great.
It's in the chat.
And it's Eastern Standard Time, 11 o'clock. Once you register, but you got to register, and please register tonight if you're interested. But you have up until, I'll say, Friday evening to register. Once you register, you'll receive a link to join in, and then it will be explained what from there. It'll probably be a couple hours, but you don't have to stay on it long. As long as you get instructions, you can finish that vision board at your own time. But it's a good way to meet people, to relax in your home. You can have your mimosa since it's going to be in the morning. But thank you. I see somebody said congratulations on my retirement. Thank you. And it is so joyous. I have been doing it for 5 years now, and I tell you the things that it has come to fruition, and you need to join me. So I'm offering it free. We're offering it free, and you just come on in. And then once you finish your vision board, I have a connection where you can put it on a tote for $15, but shipping will cost shipping, or you can put it on a t-shirt and wear it around for $20. That's not including shipping. You'll have the opportunity for that too. So please come join. And then you're also welcome to join my virtual classes for yoga. And
get back in the camera, Terry.
Website, if we could put that website in. I'm sorry. The website?
All the way over. There you go. That beautiful face.
All right. Website in the I'll send it to Ladosha because I'm not tech savvy to put it in. And then also, God has blessed me. That was on my vision board last year too. Now I'm in a studio and I'm at the fitness center. God has just allowed that to happen. So there's a lot of things happening. The vision board is good. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. So all is welcome. Y'all please sign up.
Yes, please sign up. And I just want to, how they say it in church, I just want to testify.
Thank you,
I just want to
baby.
testify. Vision boards do work. I mean,
I
Cheryl
want to
and I,
thank you, Heavenly Father.
Heavenly Father,
Heavenly
yeah,
Father.
For
shine your,
Hey.
your
Hey.
light
light
on
on
me.
me.
Yeah. So if you're available Saturday and at 11 a.m. EST and you want to meet some wonderful people and you really want to take your manifestation to the next level, I'm a strong believer and knower of vision boards, and I'm also a strong
Absolutely.
believer and a knower of Got Holistic Healthcare. We've used her services in our salon for events. So Terry is the real deal Holyfield, okay? So make sure that if you're interested, like she said, sign up tonight after the pod. Don't leave the podcast, aren't you?
Don't leave it.
Okay,
After the podcast.
and before you leave, give us 2 tips on the vision board.
2 tips.
Do you cut them out? Do it? How do you do it? Two tips?
2 tips. I Google search my pictures and what I want, and then cut and paste and put it on the board, the layout, the format that the young lady has given us. And then I just embrace and be intentional in that moment and enjoy the music and just relax and think about what I foresee for the future. And I embrace it and claim it.
Yes.
And accept it and know that it's coming into fruition.
Good for you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you again. Yes, you ladies. Keep warm, be safe.
Well, I don't want to brag, but it's, it's been 76
nobody
here today.
You should have never said
it.
that. See, why you say that, Terry? You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Terry, for coming on and sharing with us. I did pin the information in the chat, so if you guys are available, I promise you won't regret it. And men too, you don't have to be a girl. Like so, guys can do it too. All right. What's up, LB? All right, Terry, you have a wonderful evening, and thank you again
sis.
so very much.
Thank you, sisters.
We gotta have you come back. We gotta have you come back, okay? As a guest. Yes.
Please, just let me know.
Right.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. Thank you. Let me get a little hand clap right quick on the way out, right quick for my homegirl, Terry. Love, peace, and air green. All right, so there you have it, Miss. And that's the type of stuff we do here on Planet Pluto Pseudo, because when you work behind that chair, you know what? We understand the reality is
absolutely
you need it, and you get kind of stumped in your career, and you just kind of feel, all overwhelmed, and like, you can't get to the next level. Well, you can. And so, if you're interested, like we said, hit that link, and then, you can get ready to get yourself together. But we're going to get you guys together with tonight's podcast topic. And again, it is all about the Black Fist. Where my pick at? Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. If you have one of these, or if you've ever had one or owned one or bought one, then let us know. Put your fist emoji in the chat that you had with the B. The B, all right, with the B for the blackness, okay? Well, to me, that's what it meant. This is old too. I've had this. This actually was my brother Maurice, may he rest in peace. This was his pick. And then when I did a first live with Cheryl, remember Cheryl, I had the pick in my head like that. And Cheryl said, I'm not going live with you until you take that pick out your head. And I was like, huh? What? Huh? What'd you talk about, Willis? She did. She said, take that pick out. I'm not going live until you take the pick out your head. And then I went like this for real.
What you talking about, Willis?
Oh, I took the pick out my head. Me and TC was rocking it that day. Y'all can watch. It's actually live here on one of our first interviews together, Cheryl. You guys can see her telling me to take this out my head. So with that being said, tonight is all about the Black-fisted Afro pick. And I'm just going to share with you what I thought. I got a clip, and we just going to jump straight to the point. And again, hit that thumbs up button, and we appreciate you guys for hitting the hype button. As a matter of fact, y'all are really, really helping us out. I can't say it enough. Facebook, we appreciate you. LinkedIn, we appreciate you. Instagram, we appreciate you. And Twitch, we appreciate every single person. All right. So tonight we're gonna get it going. Let me put the clip on about the Black-fisted Afro pick. Here we go.
Hey yo, no cap, if you black and you got a fro and you don't got this pick right here, what are you doing? You're a criminal. You need to put behind bars for the crimes you committed. If I see you outside with a fro and you don't got this pick as a black man or woman, you're bugging. What are you doing?
I actually shared his sentiments, but you say now I don't even know how to go into this except to start off with some of the oldest artifacts that's found in antiquity, just in case you guys just don't know, are picks. But this is actually in the museum in Germany. So let's start here. It's got the peace sign. There are various variations of the pick. They had it in red, black, and green, and all of this, that, and the third. And if you notice, they all pretty much have the same. What would this be? A mold, Cheryl? Is that what this is?
That comes from a mold, yes. Injection.
Okay, yeah. Right. So if you notice, all of the picks, they really look exactly like this, even though that one has a peace sign, it's plastic. Yeah. Okay. So so I like the guy, kind of thought that was how it went. You wasn't black if you was picking out an afro and you didn't have the fist on it. So yeah, it was Black Pride. You see that? What's up, Miss Clark? I'm with her.
What's happening? What'd she say?
Yeah, so
I can't see it.
Kay
small. I'm on my phone.
Kay and I said that the Black-fisted pick represented Black Pride. So I'm gonna turn it over to you. Y'all get what, as Sandra would say, note-taking time.
Well, how would you like me to start with the well, let me start with the pride. Nothing makes me sadder, and I'm gonna start it off with San Diego Black Panthers are a very unique group of regional Panthers during the 60s, especially late 60s and early 70s. And while I was doing the documentary of the San Diego Black Panther Party, we got to talking about subjects that I like, and that's ownership, trademarks, and intellectual property and things of that nature, right? And so talking about those things, I was a little saddened by when we went to the festivals, because one of the things that I do know that my upbringing is about every idea and everything from your idea that creates a synergy of revenue, anything that can create money. And like Dr. Morrow says, your idea should make its own gravy. And so merch and symbols and anything from that, trademarks, anything, pictures, so have you. So anyway, and I had a conversation with them to be saddened that most of the memorabilia is free market. And when we went to the festival, from my film, I had my own posters from the film and had made my own merch. But the general party gets their berets and memorabilia from China. And I don't know how I can even say how disappointed that is when you come from a family that owns every stitch of every idea that has come out of our heads. And when those things become popular, those things live beyond your years and begin to, of course, feed your grandchildren and great grandchildren and so on and so forth. Now, on the subject of generational wealth, the last time I checked, Black people don't have many problems that money won't solve, but one thing that we cannot take to the bank is pride. We can't cash that in. We can't cash in cultural significance. We can't cash that in. The problem with what the switcheroo and what they did with John Carlos and Tommy Smith's Olympic win when they were on the pedestal getting their Olympic medals, they I think it was Tommy Smith raised his left hand and the other one raised his right. At that point, Europe, because of course the fist symbol is a European symbol, it's not synonymous with Black people until we did it in 1968 in Mexico City. But the moment Europe never put their resistance or any symbol of their resistance on any comb or book, or what they did with Black people, which is, I want you guys to think about that. They don't put anything negative or anything symbolic on anything and sell it back to them. And because the fist is a European and really came into popular resistance and protest, right? They never put that fist on any of their stuff, but they took the fist. Now, I want you to remember, guys, that Black people had already manufactured. In fact, this is the 60th anniversary of the Afro comb commerce by Black people, not Europeans. The comb that I said that I would not go on the air with Key Lo Lo is never and has not been synonymous with Black people. It only is the greatest symbol of what we call cultural appropriation. The key difference between the comb, though, is that we bought into it. And I'm going to say a word that I want you guys to look up. Okay? And it's important because there's a word that when everybody buys into an idea, we think that it carries some kind of pride and power. The problem is that you have sent your Black money to Asians and Europeans with that particular symbol of pride. And I think it's the greatest mistake we've ever made, probably in the buying Black process. Now, there's a lot of history of who patented, and there's a lot of weird turns and peculiar stories in the Afro comb commerce industry, but that comb that we have in our National African American Museum in Washington, D.C., the comb that we have in all of our museums, either out through Europe, like the one you showed, white people get paid off of everything on all those combs, and Black people make no money. We don't manufacture it. We don't have no control over that symbol.
I'm just wondering if we could, if you can, if you in the chat thought that this money was going to somebody Black, just put, I did, write that in the chat. Let us know if you thought that this particular pick, because I did. Now I'm going to tell you how I thought it was going to a black person. Number one, I thought it was going to a black person, just the invention alone. You know, I was for sure that a black person had surely invented the pick and put the fist on it. So I thought perhaps they were getting some type of a residual or something. They sold it, or something like that. While I'm sure it was I don't think. I mean, I don't know if I thought it was made in China. But I know we got them from the Chinese beauty supply stores. But I kind of thought that somehow, some way, that the Chinese people were getting it from black people. So somehow, some way, I just thought of
Yeah,
nothing but by
Asia is
intellectual
made.
property. So
Yeah.
that was my
Be-
my innocent or dumb, whatever you want to call it. You can call it dumb. I ain't gonna get upset. But that's what I thought.
Well, it's not dumb. It's just the fact that when you go through, and then there's a lot of black professors of history, they still get the Afro comb invention story wrong. You can't invent it. It's tens of thousands of years old. That's number one. Number two, if you can't patent a version of something that already exists. How that got started was that we started making different variations, and then I guess we've gotten it, but the patents, just because you got a patent pending sometimes, or you get the patent papers, doesn't mean that you have the go ahead and the financial means to create what we call a manufacturing commerce that black people that black barbers and black hair salons and everybody gets to sell and make money. Doesn't mean that it has a commerce of by black to it, because you understand that S. Henry Bundles and Henry Chowdhury, who are black, that got at least into the Google spiders, and they give the invention to those two gentlemen, which most people don't know that is a relative of associated with Amelia Bundles. That's Henry S. Henry Bundles. But that story is questionable of its accuracy. That's all I'm going to go into. I'm not going to go into anything else. But the accuracy of that, the problem with when you patent something, you expect us to be able to patent it. The reason why we get a patent is so we can put it into a manufacturing process and allow us to eat, right? We distribute it, we put it in black distributing companies, we put it in beauty supplies, we put them in barbershops, we put, so everybody makes money, right? But that's not what happened. That only happened with Mr. Morrow's comb, which came to 1964. Okay.
All right, let me pause you. Let me pause you right there, because there's a young lady who this was her take. No, I'm gonna do it at the end so we could just see, because she talks a little bit more about who did it and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna wait to the end to show it. But so you said Dr. Morrow was making the pick as well, correct?
Well, in 1964. There were the wooden versions before there was an injection mold, before there was a plastic. And those went to down south to barbershops in the early 1960s. What the patent version that everyone keeps getting mixed up is an injection mold version. That is early 70s.
Now, who did that? Who did that? Who did that? Was that injection mold? Did that start in America? And did it start in America, and then the Chinese took it over?
No, the injection mold of 1966 was Mr. Morrow's comb of 1966. The wooden ones, 1964, 1965. You have to remember, the Afro as a hairstyle, the word Afro put on a pick, they were not the same thing. So you didn't call them an Afro pick because the word Afro was not in the lexicon at that time. And so when Mr. Morrow was in the military, they were wood. They were just the natural. They were natural combs. They were just Black people's natural combs. The word Afro pick comes later into the late 60s. But Mr. Morrow's injection mode version had his name on it, but he only made it for us to sell to each other, not to put into beauty supplies and allow them to have that. It was as he would say, professional comb. I think the point that we want to recapture as we correct history with that fist is for us to know that just because you patent something doesn't mean you do anything with the patent. Doesn't mean that Black people eat off the patent. Doesn't mean that it actually goes into the commerce market. It doesn't mean that it goes into the industry, because you've never seen a Henry S. Bundles comb. You've never seen a Chowdhury comb. You've only seen a Anthony Romani comb. You've only seen an Asian Chinese comb. Black people have never seen a Black comb in the actual manufacturing process, to the point where the fist is all we know. And unfortunately, ever since we've bought that comb, white and Asian people are the one who has eaten off of that comb. It's not synonymous with Black economics, Black pride, Black wisdom, Black culture, Black beauty. It's not. It has nothing to do with it. It's a business and an industry for China, for the actual manufacturer who makes it, and those are two European companies.
Mm.
And
now,
and the cadence.
Now wait a minute. You said, wait a minute. Let me interrupt. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You said something very interesting. You said that you kind of made a distinction with two names that
Mm-hmm.
that did the comb. Now, who were the people? I'm sorry, that did the picks.
There were two.
Now, who were the?
S. Henry Bundles was one of those gentlemen that married into the Madam C.J. Walker family. That's how Alelia Bundles got her last name. And he, for some reason, they attached his name with another man named Henry Chowdhury. For some reason, and they were coming up with so many versions of the Afro pick because it was so popular. It was the most diverse, worn, popular hairstyle in American history. I mean, in world history. I mean, it just went around the world, in Latin America, North Africa, South Africa, the South Pacific, Australia, and Asia, and Europe, and back to North America. It was huge. So everybody was making their particular version. At that point, for some reason, the resistance, the moment they put that white boy put that fist on it, it's almost like it was a moth to a flame. And there's a very fascinating thing about, and there's a word, if you guys can look up for me, egregore.
Okay. Because Aaron over there hold on, let me get it out. Hold on, let me get it. Because they're on TikTok, on Instagram. Like, what's the word? What's up, Aaron Maven? All right.
What's up?
Okay, so spell it for me now.
EGREGORE.
Okay, that's the word of the day, egregore. All right.
Okay.
Hold on, let me share it with you guys for one quick second. Let me get a minute. Y'all know Y'all know what I call her, the Cornell West, Dr. Amos Wilson of the beauty industry. She always got something for our Black Oz's, okay? Before we go into it right quick, Cheryl, we got Weekay is in the chat, and she's asking everybody if you guys could please hit that thumbs up button. Really, really important right now that you do that, because right here on this platform, we're sharing with you guys some really, really good information. And we would not be able to do that without Cheryl Morrow, because I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't know nothing about egregore. I know Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, but that's about as gore as I don't know Al Gore, but I don't know about egregore. So right quick, Weekay says now is a good time for you guys to hit that thumbs up button before Cheryl shares with us about egregore, the Black-fisted Afro pick, what we bought versus what we were sold. Show them, Cheryl, what they got to do right now. Here we go, guys. Pump me on, pump me on. All right, so welcome, Esther. I see you in the chat. Our de facto producer is in the chat. She's the person responsible for why you saw a person like Miss Terry Horn this evening. Also, my boss, Lavina Joseph, is in the chat. So with that being, Cheryl, let's take it away. What the French toast and bologna sandwich is the egregore?
Yeah, it is a.
You want me to read that a little bit?
Yeah, because I can't see it. I'm on my phone.
Okay, I'll read it. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go, guys. An egregore is an occult concept for a thought form or a group mind, a psychic entity created and sustained by the shared thoughts, emotions, and intentions of a group, gaining power and sometimes autonomy, like a corporation, a national spirit, or even a fictional character such as Santa Claus, with influence over its members. That sounds like the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel too. I'm saying that's a powerful word, egregore.
Well, here's the thing, and it's designed to have an autoimmune effect. It is designed to control the thoughts and sentiments to attack its own believer. In other words, if I were to tell you that a symbol that makes you feel powerful, prideful, cultural, and I tell you that it's making you bleed economically because it goes against your economic philosophy, you would not believe me, because the fist in and of itself, on top of a necessity tool that you think you need or you do need, and if I were to tell you that it carries no real intrinsic value because it's not backed by anything, it's not backed by your process, you can't control it, you don't control the manufacturing of it, it is pure symbolism to send you to make someone else wealthy. If I actually told you that your very resistance, the symbols, the resistance, and subconsciously the group belief does not believe that the very symbol of struggle is why they struggle with their hair, with even the concepts of what is natural, what is Afro, what is natural hair. It is we have a relationship with that comb that is very peculiar, and it's very Gregoric in terms of it's a belief. We have blessed that tool for that company to the point where all they have to do, they don't have to be married to the people who use it. They don't have to be connected to the people who use it. They don't even have to like you. They probably hate you. They follow you around in the very store, and they're probably the ones producing it's It's about us retelling a story about how intrinsic our Blackness is into the dollar, into the opportunity
That
of the
sounds like
commerce.
that sounds like MAGA, where they, they do all this
Do you
stuff,
think?
and he gets all
We
this
are,
money.
yeah.
Wow.
So
Because
so so in trying
I'm
to
with you, I'm kind of with
Mhm.
our clock. Sorry for cutting you off, but I was along the lines of what she was saying, where I didn't think about it, but I had an assumption that it was created by a brother or a sister. And But what you're saying is like we're kind of like on autopilot, and then the pride behind it, especially when you look at the video that the young man just said, if you got a pick, if you ain't got the fisted, and you look at like Roots, the guy from Roots, oh my God,
right.
he got
Right. We
now you see
think
the guys
it's
sticking in their beard,
right.
and yeah.
Yeah. It's something so foreign, so against his principles. So where that comes from, they don't even care to even know the culture that the buyer is attaching it to. It's so disconnected. And it's not about where it's not about what the customer or the buyer, and because your title is absolutely perfect, what we buy is not what's being sold, right? We are buying power and trying to belong to something real in a time period in Blackness, but that's what's not being sold. What's being sold to us is that $7 to $8 is being taken from you every time you invest in someone another culture that doesn't even give a shit about all that shit you're buying. They're not selling you that. They're selling you
But now,
$7, thank you, and see you later. And
right?
literally,
So, mhm.
just literally, if you reverse it, just think if we could reverse that and actually be able to be more resistant and take the dollar from them and say, we want the person that manufactures it to at least have our same philosophy, because now we're awake. We see what power that we're actually giving away by associating with just the representation and not the real what's really going on behind the spirituality, because we've prayed, we've charged that comb, we've charged the fist like a talisman, we've charged it with our essence that we don't even think about where it came from. We don't even think about who's making it. And we don't think about that we're not making. We actually are feeling something that actually is not going on. And that's why I mentioned egregore. That is a in reverse cult of our dollar, and how it's other people are using and taking our dollar, and we think we're buying pride and culture and empowerment.
Well, I think,
and we're buying
this. I'm sorry for jumping in, but this is why we're doing this. This is why we're doing this particular podcast, right, guys? Is because we're not controlling the narrative, and nor are we telling it. And I'm going to play the one clip I was talking about at the end so that you can kind of recalibrate us. But talk us through this picture here with your dad, because you said originally, like they said, like Mr. Parisi said, it's our story to tell. Originally, it didn't come like this, and we know we're familiar with it in its plastic form, but it didn't come metal. It didn't come in a plastic. It didn't come with the fist. It came by wood. So, so tell us about how it came by wood and who was responsible. Tell us about this picture here so we can set it straight. And the reason why I want you to tell it is because with all this crazy stuff going on, if you can't get out there into the streets and protest and all this other stuff, you can reaggregate. You can move your dollars around. And so this is a great way that you can take the money from all of those, what's the new word now? Oligarchs, the billionaires. And we can
Right.
reverse that money and take the same $7 and put it someplace else. So tell us about the picture. And then I have the other one that you allowed me to take a picture of. So talk about the wooden pick with your dad.
I do lecture on the actually art form of the Afro, and I don't like to call it an Afro comb because that is classic Black American culture. That is not African culture. Okay, because there's really no word for comb that means hair combing in any tribal mother tongue that I know of in the continent of Africa. But that's a whole nother story. But wood is an insulator. Wood is an insulator, an electrical insulator. The West African culture, I know, chose wood because it holds the essence of energy, doesn't allow free radicals in wood. So to be able to create a beauty talisman or implement ornament that can be charged with your persona or your personage or your personhood or your spirit or your dreams, just like, it's so ironic. I didn't make the connection, but the vision, it's almost like entombing a vision board in your spirit or in your home, and you put the things that you want or the things hoped for, and you put it inside of an implement or a statue or whatever the case may be. We've done it for thousands of years, but Mr. Morrow only knew of wood. So there in that picture, in that photograph, he is carving. This is 1965, I believe. I was not even born yet. But this
Me
is
neither, y'all. I don't think I wasn't born either. So drop what year you was born in the chat. Come on, y'all. Let us know what year you were born. Hello, hair elements. We want hair elements to come on the podcast too. Aaron Mabin, it's me, Aaron Mabin from Mabin Lane. We know who you be, Aaron. We know you famous, Mitzi Bond.
We know.
Everybody on Instagram. How you doing? How you guys doing? So
okay.
So your dad's
right.
Your dad's making the picks in around 1965.
Yeah, and
year in the chat.
Yeah, I still have that sander as well. I have all his original sanders. But anyway, the wooden comb came first inside of the continental U.S. In 1965. The injection mode had not. He had vested 250,000 of them. 250,000 was carved with his hand first, and those were packaged in plastic bags and sent on military bases. And that's why some of the pictures that you see on a military bases, the combs are wooden. They're not injection mold yet. So even in the military photos, they're not injection mold yet. But I have pictures.
Can I just ask you? Can I interrupt right quick? Do y'all see this man now? Mind you, I went to cosmetology school in 1998, 99. I got my cosmetology license. I'm sorry, 2000, something like that. Anywho, and we had no such mannequin head or wig available, that we could do this. But here's your dad with a mannequin with the Afro wig on.
Yes.
And he seems to be like
he
got some finesse. He got some finesse around picking this hair. So I want you to just go a little bit more into his persnickety-ish about picking Afro hair as you talk about him making these. How many by hand did he make again?
250,000, about 250,000 that he would put on the buses. And if he heard that there was any big Greyhound bus or going down to any of the Southern marches during the civil rights, he would put those combs in the luggage area of the Greyhound bus, and then have the hairstylists and barbers pick them up from the and that was his distribution chain at that point.
Wow.
He used the
And you now, mind you, Cheryl said she wasn't made, but now we know why Cheryl know what she know. Because he making this all doing all that he made her shortly after this. So now we see why she's the hair oracle. Because she was literally, no pun intended, made. She was picked to be here. Okay. So he's putting this stuff on the bus and the luggage of people going to the
Mr. Morrow refused. Right. Mr. Morrow refused to go to the beauty colleges or any beauty school, any barber college on any base on any continent unless he had black mannequins, as you can see in this photograph. And you know, we just got them recently in terms of manufacturing. Mr. Morrow would paint his shit.
I actually thought he put a wig on there, but she said he had a mannequin. Now, y'all know that's something, okay? Wow. Right. Y'all better hit that thumbs up button. You're not going to get this. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. He's about 25. That's a very early picture. You haven't even
your daddy was fine. I don't mean to be disrespectful. No disrespect to your mom and your family and everything, but I ain't trying to be, but Dr. Morrow was fine and a Y'all Dr. Morrow with your fine. Look at them lips. Okay. All right. Now I see where you got your sexy lips from too. But anywho, I digress. Hey, I'm a woman. I can compliment a handsome man. Don't hate, congratulate them.
That's
daddy
right,
was fine. Okay. I'm sorry. I love you, Dr. Morrow.
Right. So at this point, he would make sure that, but anyway, even we had to be taught how to use an Afro pick because, of course, that wasn't the term that he was using at that point.
What term in 1964, what did he call it?
Natural comb.
Natural comb. Ooh.
Natural comb. Right. The word Afro is indicative. It belongs in. It's a collegiate word. It's a philosophical word. It belongs in, the professor world. It's a real word that describes Afrocentricity outside of the continent.
I never knew that. Damn,
that's what the word Afro. That's what the word Afro means. The word Afro doesn't mean a hairstyle. It means you have some people that may be of African descent, but may be indigenous or endogenous in another place, maybe misplaced, or they migrated someplace else, but they have the culture of the original African. But Afro belongs to a something that's African-like. So
you will not hear this anyplace else. Now, y'all better let everybody know, before it was called the Afro pick, it was called the natural.
It's a natural comb. It was just a natural comb.
It was called the natural comb. Now, y'all better get on TikTok and start saying that. And I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do my own TikTok, because here's what we see about your father. Okay, hold on. As we wrap it up, y'all, we got about 10 more minutes, but I'm gonna show Cheryl. This is what they're saying, and this is why Mr. Parisi said this is our story to tell. So here is a image. Now, here's what I see on social media about your dad. Here we go. His legacy: he invented the Afro pick.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, let me get it out. Hold on, calm down. He invented the Afro pick. He created the California curl. He authored books on Black barber history. He left behind a blueprint for barbering as both art and culture. Willie Morrow, the man who gave the fade its power. And you can see he has another comb in his hand. So can you break those bullet points down one by one? So number one, did he invent the Afro pick?
Mm. Yeah, he
Can't hear
will.
you.
I'm muted. I don't know. Can you hear me?
No, no, you're not muted. We can hear you. Yes.
Oh, I think. Oh, okay.
No, we can hear you. I just want you to break the bullet points now. I'm just going one at a time. Number one, did your father?
No, he did not invent the comb.
Did he create? So we're going one, but
No.
so we're gonna go yes, no. Did he invent the Afro pick? No. So stop posting that. Did he create the California curl?
Yes. Cold wave curl.
Yeah. The cold wave curl. Okay. He
Mhm.
authored books on Black barber history.
Black barber and Black hairstyling history. Yes.
Okay. He left behind a blueprint for barbering as both an art and culture.
Yes.
All right. So you see how things can kind of get twisted. Now I'm kind of like KRS-One. You want to hear a fresh rhyme? You come to the source, because I'm the type of man that's not put up on the schedule, run my rhymes on time and on schedule, one after another to the next. So y'all heard it right here with bars. Dr. Willie Morrow did not invent the Afro.
And in that picture,
okay, they put
and in that
back up.
picture, no, and in that picture, he has a wooden comb, not a plastic comb. They had not that picture. See, and one of the things about what we always need to do, that picture is in public domain. Okay, that picture has been written about, I think, about 20,000 some odd times. And you can document that because that picture is from what we call either the New York Times or other newspapers, other transcripts. Okay. And so those combs, that those pictures have dates. And so what is very important to me that we put the dates to the right time period so we can get the story corrected, and then we could own the narrative. Once we understand the narrative, we correct the information. Once we correct the information, we correct our behavior. And once we correct our behavior, we're going to get that money right. That's when we start getting back into the business of corrective economics. We just came out of the Kwanzaa season. We have to be able to put these principles into practice with the right information. And I think that the fist, it makes us feel good. It makes us jolly. But unfortunately, it's sending Asians and Europeans all the way to the bank.
All right, what's up? What's up? We got a representative from our political war here in Cleveland. Michael J. Hauser is in the chat. What's happening? What's up? What's up? What's up? So nice to see you. So as a matter of fact, he and some other wonderful people here in the city of Cleveland, Meredith Turner. Okay, these are council people. They helped get the Crown Act introduced and passed here in Cuyahoga County, that's in Cleveland, Ohio. So big ups to Michael J. Hauser. He's doing more than that, but just shameless plug, okay? Anywho, so now we have a clear understanding that your father's contribution to the world of Afro hair came through what was originally called the natural comb. And
it
then
was
from the natural comb, so and then
came
from the natural,
right.
And so and so here's the picture again to those of you who maybe just come in. Dr. Willie Morrow, he did his sorry, I don't know what that is. That my phone? Oh, I don't know is that your phone, Cheryl?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. So he hand carved these, she said. Okay. So we got to make sure we set the record straight, but he did not invent them. But when you look up the inventor of the Afro pick, you will find an inventor though, right?
Well, that is for the purpose of marketing, but you can't invent something that has already. See, that just goes to show you about the American and the Western arrogance. That's the point. Mr. Morrow made sure that his family never said it. He never said it. It should never be said. The comb in and of itself belongs to the continent of Africa. It is a spiritual talisman, which we'll go through later. But I think the most important part also that we want the audience and the ones who's listening to understand. I am 58 years old.
No, you ain't.
In 2000, you older than me.
Whatever. Yeah, it's true. That's my little sister.
Right.
But
you know,
I hate to bust your bubble. I gotta bust your bubble. I did this on purpose. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, because I'm Key Lo Lo, and I made it like that, living like that, got it like that. For you, whack MC. Y'all know I'm the old school hip hop head, but I had to bring it up, Cheryl. Cheryl, like, don't put that up there, because I Google who invented the Afro pick. The Afro pick. Now this is AI. Was invented by. I want y'all to understand that this is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. Because what other podcast can you go on and bring the history in real life up against AI? Now, y'all think AI got everything we say, don't cook it up, look it up. But we told y'all that this stuff is being fed by people who don't know what the schmuck they's talking about. She just told you this is her daddy. Not her lover, not her boo thing, not her cousin, not her nephew. This man made her when he was making. Can't y'all tell how smart her ass is? Y'all better hit that thumbs up button. And y'all better tell the right narrative, because AI says the Afro pick was invented by Dr. Willie Lee Morrow, and he has a hyperlink. A pioneering Black barber, chemist, and entrepreneur who refined and mass-produced the tool in 1960s, inspired by traditional African combs to serve the Black hair care market. Morrow transformed the concept, receiving patents for related hair tools like the Easy Tease, and became a significant figure in the African American hair care industry, also developing the Jerry curl hairstyles. So Cheryl just told you her daddy did not do that, and that they said he was inspired by traditional African combs to serve the Black hair care market, but really it was the military, correct?
Well, you have to remember, but most people don't realize that military had the largest commerce market on earth, because it had the most military personnel, but you had to include their wives, their families. Their families were civilians. And so you had a whole bunch of people connected to people who were in the military, not just the people who were in the military, but their wives and their family, their kids, their family, their mothers, their fathers. Everybody was basically always with them. So, that is where people would get. I mean, they were huge supermarkets on these military bases called the what do they call it? The commissary, the commerce commissary. Yeah. And most civilians would even go on the commissary to be able to get the wonderful products that were because the military did not have a prejudicial system such as private sector like Montgomery Wards or JCPenney's and Rexall Drugs or Woolworths or things of that nature. They didn't have the prejudices of these particular commissary, didn't care as long as you were able to get on base and things of that nature. But just as long as we get, but he is the father of the Afro comb commerce. He was the first one to allow us to be able to, he created an injection mold. I got the pictures, because when we talk about the Mike Home Black Owned program that we're getting ready to do with First Fiber, which is a whole nother thing. But once we do that, you guys will be able to understand that we are to make money on what we create. And I know that other cultures want to create copies and things of that nature. And that's fine. But we are to know where our beauty dollars, because that's the dollar we can control right now. And we can control. So I'm saying just be able to capture, because at 58 years old, if I can turn to my right and go down and be able to put my hand on a comb and pack these things up, and this is a Mr. Morrow comb, right? These are, and send them all over the world and still make a decent living to the point where I don't have to go to work. That is what generational wealth is supposed to be about. That is what Africa, means for Black people in North America. It's the gift that keeps on giving. If we can keep the narrative and the history correct, and then we can have corrective behavior, then we can have economics that actually truly empower us. To me, that's the best form of pride. That's the best form. That's what corrective cultural information and education is supposed to do. It is supposed to make you monetarily rich. It is supposed to allow you sovereignty. It is supposed to allow you prosperity. It's supposed to allow you to do these things. But if you're not quite sure about the meaning, and you're just spiritualizing an implement for other races of people, well, then they've got you. They've got your dollar, they've got your belief, and that is what I meant by the egregore. It's a mind thing, and we all believe that this comb represents pride and resistance and empowerment. It actually does neither of that.
Wow. Woo, what's up, Trish the Natural? Trish, I had a dream about you, okay? Yep, I had a dream. I sure did. I dreamed about you, Trish. I don't even know you in real life, but I dreamed about you. You was teaching and everything. We was actually on a cruise, and you was teaching, you know what I'm saying? So maybe, I don't know, Trish, we might be going on a cruise or something together. You can get the Willie Morrow comb by emailing us at afrohairscience@gmail.com. If you're in the greater Cleveland area, you can also visit us at RDT Hair Salon, and you can buy it. And we have the Easy Tease comb, all right? And then also, if you will be in the San Diego area, February the 2nd, then you guys can join. Sorry, that was the wrong one. Sorry, guys. You can join me. That's right. You can join Theo Garfield, the Hair Oracle, and myself. This is a Rev Air affair. We're talking about
yes.
We're gonna have a wonderful Rev Air affair day party. Hair day party at Signature Salon located in San Diego, California. And that's going to be Monday, February the 2nd from 3 to 6 p.m. We have all types of giveaways, products, and more featuring the Rev Air. I'm going to be doing some hair. Theo's going to be doing some hair. Show's going to be doing some hair. We're going to go live. So it's going to be like a Afro Hair Science Hair-a-thon. So we'll be live. If you guys are at work, just plug in or kind of sneak the phone under your, whatever. So we're gonna do that. I have a little video I would like to share with you guys. Hopefully I can do it. Let's see if I can do this. Whoops, sorry. Let me just share my screen right quick. And Cheryl put together this pretty dope commercial here that I'm going to attempt to, let me just, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, did I get it up out of here? Hold on. Okay, I got to find it again. Sorry. Okay, keep going, Cheryl. Keep talking about that. I'm going to go find it right quick. Let me stop sharing the screen. So we're going to be there. It's going down. Go ahead, Cheryl.
No. I'm just saying, you know, it's just going to be a good time. We're going to do some models. We're going to do some how-tos, and come ask your questions and get ready for spring and summer. Shoot. Miss Key Lo Lo.
Yeah, and also Christian is going to be. Yeah, I'm here. I am here. I am here. Can you see me? Yeah, Christian is going to be joining us. I'm sorry, my computer is moving a little bit slower than I anticipated. So we will show it from up until it's time for us to go. But anywho, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Again, it was all about the Black-fisted Afro pick, what we bought versus what we were sold. And you just found out before it was called the Afro pick, it was called the natural comb. And rewatch it to learn about how did it morph into Afro pick. And it was this was never ever Black owned. And when you buy this money, you are giving it back to the man. And since we all want to no, these combs are definitely for sale, but we don't want you guys to buy these combs. We want you guys to get ready, because when we come back next week, Cheryl is going to launch her My Comb Black Owned campaign. So you guys can get ready to buy all the Morrow combs and picks that your little dollars can spend. And like we said, you can reaggregate, move those monies around, those dollars around, and put the money back where it belongs. I mean, it's your choice. You can do whatever you want to do. But if you're buying these because you think it's for us, this is not FUBU. This is not for us, by us. Real talk. Go ahead, Cheryl. Wrap it up.
Right. Well, we will explain, because one of the things that I want to do is I believe that the Black beauty industry is the richest, broadest, deepest, most significant, most important industry to our economic well-being, anything that we would ever do in the 21st century. And I believe that there is enough in of my family's portfolio, and what would Mr. Morrow do if he was in the body at this particular era. He would make sure that we are to understand, when you are in control of the manufacturing process, I can get in my car and be at a manufacturer that has been there. Okay. I work with the son whose father worked with my dad. So we are the second generation in the manufacturing of hardware, beauty hardware, right? And so we talk all the time, and it's only like 5 and 6 minutes away from me, because when Key Lo Lo comes, I'm gonna drive her down there so she can actually see what it is that what we do and how we make our hardware. And these molds are older than me, actually, but they are still in production. And I believe that we could economically lift our people, lift the barber industry, lift the beauty industry, and become the epitome of what I think our ancestors and our foremothers and forefathers intended us to do with the great legacy they left us. And I truly believe that. And I want us to see the ripening of the reaping of what they sowed. I don't want us to wait until we get old. I want us to be able to understand and to see these things economically work, not in a trickle, but I want it to pour into our coffers, so we cannot just adorn something in symbolism while someone else gets paid. That is unacceptable, especially something that is so near and dear, that we put in our essence, we put it in our scalps, we put it in our crown, we put it in our essence, which is, there's a reason why we do that. It's a very cultural reason, spiritual reason why we do that. But we can't be doing these things and not know what we're doing. And we certainly can't do it without reaping the benefits.
No, we can't do that. I think that, because that's the thing, we all said, we just, naively, we thought that this money really was going to Black people without, giving it much thought. It was just kind of like, oh, well, this money, of course, is going there. And I need to come and find out, what, that's not what's happening. And that's very disheartening. And, so, but, it is what it is, and we just have to, how to say, suck it up, Susan. But get ready. We're going to be back here
And do
on next
better.
Thursday. That is okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be back here next Thursday, and she's going to launch the My Comb Black Owned. So everybody says they are ready. The combs are for sale. They are for sale, and we're going to launch this and get ready. And then again, if you are in the California area, so be it. We'll be there on Monday, February the 2nd.
San Diego.
At Signatures. I'm sorry, San
Mhm.
Diego. I'm sorry. Also, when we come back next week, we're going to be talking about heat styling, chemically treated hair, because this series that we have this month is all about how to heat style Afro hair without fear. So we got another, podcast. And so next week is going to be about that. And then again on Thursday, we're going to be back here with Cheryl talking about, My Comb Black Owned. And then don't forget, you can get your tickets for the African Intelligence Virtual Hair Show. And let's support our brother, Mr. Kafele. That's happening February 15th and 16th. That's online. So don't worry about trying to get no air flights and all that other good stuff. All right. So we thank you so much. And then Terry Horns, if you want to do your vision board,
Oh my God.
that link is pinned in the chat if you want to get your vision on. We all want to manifest some money and love and health. It's not too late to do that. All right. We appreciate everybody. Instagram rocked it out with us. I see you, Tanya, over there rocking it out. Cheyenne, how you doing? Maven Lane, she pulled off to, go to the next street, that is. All right, Cheryl, you did a wonderful thing. We thank you guys so much. You know what we say when we're signing out, right? We say good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. And big ups to our virtual co-host, Weekay. We appreciate, we love you. And of course, our de facto producer, Miss Esther, is also in the chat. All right,
hey,
Tish,
y'all.
everybody, good night. We love y'all. Our clock, every single person. We see some shout outs in here. Kay Washington, LB, you know you can get a pick anytime you want to. We got Yate rocking it out with us. Don't forget Real Roots.
What's up, Yate?
Every Sunday, 8 o'clock, Real Roots coming through for us. I know she was liking this one about Dr. Willie Morrow. My boss came through, Lavina, Eleanor. I hope you saw your reel I got up there. I'm shouting y'all out, okay? Cynthia Gilliam, how you doing? And I said Kay Washington. So yeah, everybody came through tonight. The house was full. Hey, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And remember, after the podcast, slide the bottom of your screen over and hit left. That hype button. Yeah, because YouTube is really putting us in the algorithms, and that would not be able to happen if it was not for you guys. So y'all have a wonderful night. Cheryl, I love you very much. Yeah, y'all tell you all that in a bag of grits. So y'all go ahead on there. She is right there. Go subscribe to her YouTube channel right now. Yeah. As soon as we get finished, and y'all sign up for the Holistic Terry's vision board. Okay. I love y'all. Love, peace, and hair grease. You know.
Nope. Welcome to Planet Pluto Pseudo.
Deuces, my good people. Oh, I forgot.